It's the Cable
Oh, what the hell should we do here? Packs aren't. It's a little hard. It's like kind of a low risk pack too, right? Because like none of these are solidifying us into a color. There's like Necromancy, maybe Gadgeteer. I think I like Jace a little bit better than Gadgeteer if I'm taking a blue card. And there's Voice and Galvanic Discharge, where they're both really good. Voice is probably the best card in the pack, followed by Necromancy. Maybe I'll just draft a Voice, huh? Yeah, Voice and Balance aren't really gearing towards the same deck. I'll grab that Plateau. Is that blue looking open? Staff's kind of good with Voice. Maybe that's good enough. Kind of like Counterspell. Not really. Like, 3rd, 4th is like where Counterspell should be going. Maybe even 3rd, 6th. More token stuff. I think you're forgetting the Rake. Congrats, cutie. Uncle Sam's cut. Ooh. I was just thinking about maybe going into blue-white, some kind of blue-white tempo thing, because blue has actually felt more open than red. Hard for me to pass a Goblin Bombardment, though. I don't know, AJ. I don't really like it. Someone asked me what I would do if I won the lottery, and I gave like a pretty disparate answer. I was kind of hoping that it was not the tone to be like beating off to money. It's not really what I like to do. What about Monstrous Rage? Just think about the Monstrous Rage with Jacked Rabbit. Could be kind of sweet. And the Voice of Victory could prevent the opponent from interacting with it. I don't think Gargadon's very good, no. I don't really have a deck that I want it in this cube. Like an archetype, I don't think it fits anything. There's like technically... It's like technically a way to sack lands, but I think that's already really well supported by better cards. Even just running, you know, the bad fetch lands do that pretty well. There's a couple of sack land payoffs, right, like Titanium, whatever, that I think it's in here for. It's just not a card you want in your deck. Bit of this, bit of that. Hey, good evening, Author Methorn. Little lightning bolt action. I like Cutter, but I don't currently have a Cutter curve. It's just like a big stack of 2-drops. Bolt sweet, though. 1 bolt for the deck. You played it with Balance. That's kind of cute. Gargadon. Gargadon Balance. I don't hate that idea. There's some good cards here. Yeah, Fetch and Champion are both cards that I certainly want. The Shell. We're just going to grab Crocus, though. Oh, even Giver, huh? Still just going to grab Crocus. 1 Bolt, 1 Chain Lightning. Or Red-White Fun Policin'. We're trying Pup Snap. Ooh. A little Parallax Wave action. Somebody's got to do it, right? We just played out an artifact pile that I drafted a couple days ago. Is Inquisitor decent? I'm pretty medium on it. When I realized that the person got to choose the card, makes it pretty bad. If it had First Strike instead of Vigilance, I mean, that'd be kind of sick. How many 1-mana 2/1 First Strikers are there? Yeah, both Arena of Glory and Witch Enchanter help juice up the mana base a little bit. I think I'd rather have Witch Enchanter. Wait, with Milk Spawn or like out of a bag? Because I think most people eat dry cereal with their fingers. Just gonna take this Canyon. I don't think we really need the Oust. We got some cheap removal, and then we got stuff that hits bigger things. Yeah, I've always considered dry cereal finger food. When I was a kid, 2 of my family members were lactose intolerant, so we didn't have milk in the house very often. And I used juice a lot. I think I settled on orange juice with Honey Nut Cheerios and like extra honey drizzled over the top is my favorite. I think I'm gonna grab that light shatter. Phoenix is a little bit more aggro than enduring, which kind of pairs well with these burn spells. Thinking of ways that we can, I mean, there's like Fire Blast here, I guess. Fire Blast their face, use it to play the Phoenix, jump the rabbit or whatever. Could be good. Hey, the arena came back. Interesting. I can't pass the last pick Recurring Nightmare. It's just not in me. That's a sexy-ass pack, We're just gonna take the off-color Mox. Swords is good, but it's not worth a Mox, that's all. And we have a Seacrum Coast. You could consider splashing Recall. We'd consider it if there wasn't a Mox here for us. Little Mother of Runes action, maybe. The Wasteland's tempting. I'm just worried about having enough cards. Right now I need 9 playables. There's a couple filler cards, though. We could play, like, the Dragon and the Umazawas. Wasteland's pretty good. Yeah, give me the fucking Wasteland. We'll wheel something out of that pack for sure. Alright, now this is a pack where I need to buckle down and start drafting some playables. I'm just going to commit to the Dragon and the Umazawas so I can draft the Wasteland and Chrome Mox that I want. Little Athari action. It's a sweet one. Interesting. I'm going to take the Clamp. I think we have enough Clampables. Enough random token shitters. Pretty sick with, like, Voice of Victory, for example. Let's see. So currently we need like 4 playables. Is that right? That's not bad. This is the 29 total minus our land column here. Leaves us with 19. And we're aiming for 23. I think that means I can take a Heath. I kind of dig the Ren and 6 splash. We have a Windswept Heath there. We've got a Mox Emerald. A little late in the day, but that's alright. Now we'll take this garden for it. And now all the white tutors can find green mana, and now we can throw the Arwen in. Maybe even play the Besiege You. Yeah, maybe not. I'll grab the Council's Judgment, actually. Not a bad Cloud deck, right? We have Skullclamp and Umazawas. Cloud's actually kind of good with both of those. Yeah, right? Yeah, the Prismatic Ending is starting to look interesting. The Arwen's kind of cute with Karakas. I've won games doing that before. Activate Arwen, save a creature. Karakas the Arwen back to hand. Yeah, these are like the remaining cards that I'm kind of considering. The creature count looks kind of low at 11. but the staff is actually a creature. The Wandering Emperor is actually a creature. It's closer to 13. The Bombardment would have been a lot better if we got into Johnny. I think I still like it with the Voice of Victory and the Jacked Rabbit. Our mountain count for the Fire Blast is actually kind of low. I might just throw some other card in there. Because we got like the Verge, the Canyon, and yeah. I liked it with the Phoenix, but maybe we just don't need it. And I'll just play the Might as one more clampable. So this is 11 white, not counting Chrome Mox. An 8 red. I think I want to 10-9 it. Alright, I'm going to throw this in the overlay, and then I think I need a bit of a bathroom break. Oh, I need one more card. Go back up to 11 white. This thing kind of sucks, huh? Like, you're tempted just to keep it because there's a couple 1-drops in your opener. But I feel like we need to do something better than this. Much better. Caleb's a mod. Oh, yeah. Not technically, but I do have the powers. Yeah, obviously, if you don't want it ender, you can remove it. There's no pressure or anything like that. We run a pretty chill ship here. I think whatever I'm playing this turn is getting countered. I think I'd rather have the Arwen countered than the Tersa. Oh shit, I guess I was wrong. Oh, fair enough. No. Maybe just leading on Haywire Might was correct, and then popping the Sapphire. Well, there's the black mana they needed. Rude. Kraken should be able to bounce Umazawas. That's all I gotta say. Am I ready for the Eagles versus Cowboys tonight? Are you talking about the Lord of the Rings Eagles? We did have a Cowboy set recently, didn't we? Outlaws of Thunder Junction or whatever. They're not literal eagles. They're dudes in tights and helmets. Huh? That seems like kind of misleading, right? Are they in trouble or something? For the false advertising. So I could bounce the cloud. I guess I want to do that. I guess now that I'm here, I'll do this. So you'd say you're on Team Eagles, huh, Spawn? I'm having an irritating time here. So Athari just smacks into the DRC here. Doesn't look very good. The Mox Sapphire has been really important, yeah. It's a very different game if I like just Haywire Might the Sapphire super early, but once they'd like Dax stolen the Umezawas and kind of twisted my arm, So now they can draw a card with Kaido and put another blue card in their hand for the subtlety, and then when I go to replay my bird, they'll be able to replay the subtlety and hit the bird again, and I'll be dead. Oh, they're putting Lucha to hand, I see. Yeah, frustrating is certainly the word. Yeah, the deck was really important as well. Tempted to cut Bombardment. A lot of their creatures are X1s, though. Let's do that. Usually I've been happier growing, but in this matchup, the opponent's got a lot of 1-for-1 removal. I think going wide makes more sense. Oh, it's my green source for this fucking Arwen, huh? I'm gonna flash in there, shitter. Oh, different shitter. Still annoying, of course. Yeah, they're pretty fucking ahead, huh? That Tidebinder was annoying. And the Cooligan's Command hitting my green mana. Did not enjoy that at all. Okie dokie. What accent is this? If I recall correctly, that's a Scottish flag, right? With the white cross there. I could be wrong. But she looks like she's wearing a kilt, which is pretty Scottish. I don't think you can bestow onto your opponent's creatures. I don't think that's like a legal thing to do in Magic. Yeah, so the album cover has a lady in a kiltish skirt waving the Scottish flag with some Scottish terriers. Is that them? Yeah, maybe I'm just wrong about bestow. The guy seems to have everything. My opponent? I mean, they started off with multiple 2-for-1s, and we mulled and then Chromoxed, and they drew a bunch of cards with Bronco. So, they should, right? And they got a free card here off Loot Dream. Pretty normal. The Power Wave seems hard to beat, or the Pyrokinesis that we know about, rather. You got it. The Snorse? I don't think the Snorse is a very good attacker when you're at 3 life. That one, unfortunately, is going to prevent me from Crocus saving my Tursa here. Because the Delay Blast Fireball by itself is 4 damage. So now I have to leave the Crocus up to bounce the Malcolm. So I don't just die. Not a great spot. Yarp. Well, let's see if they can reveal it to her, I guess, to kill me. They do need one more removal spell, huh? Or that's not true, because they flash in a blocker, I bounce with Caracas. They just flash it in and block again. And the Inquisitioner doesn't really help. Oh, I thought we already knew about the Pyrokinesis. Or already done something about it? I guess not. Yeah, they got me now. Yeah, I like Voice of Victory. I don't like this hand, though. This is closer, because at least you have, like, Bolt to do on turn 1. You have all 3 of your colors. I think I'm going to send it back anyway. Similar to the last hand, but I guess now we have Crocus. Leading a Mountain here. Because then we can bin Eagles, get our Tri-Land, next turn play our Tri-Land, Chain Lightning, whatever their 2-drop was. You like this one? Oh yeah, classic. Interesting. Yeah, I was planning on making it 2/2 and blocking, but after the Clamp equip, just exiling, denying them the cards seems to make sense. And then the Arwen is already resistant to red removal spells. But with the Crocus up, they can't, like, path it either. Should just be a good one. Ace up YHD. We got food on the way. Just checking. See how close it is. Not that close. Well, nevertheless. Put on Sackin here because they want to make sure they get some value out of their Minskin Boo, which is pretty bricked by Crocus most of the time. I'm just going to get it off the board here. We don't want the Minskin Boo tying up our Crocus for free for the rest of the game, right? To prevent them from, like, clamping Boo every turn. Might as well just clear it. Moose. Sure. Come on, get in there, yeah. I think Arwen's about to marry a Terrace of Light Shatter, that's what I think. If I didn't know better. They were just a couple of kids. One an Orc Wizard. One an Immortal Elf. Tokens, clearly not the best against Parallax Wave, but at least this way we make them burn another counter. I saved the Terza over the... For one, they could have activated the wave in response to my Caracas, right, and exiled the Terza. But I figured I'd rather have Terza back than Arwen. Oh, that's some real damage. Yeah, kind of trying to not die over here. I don't think I'm going to be attacking. Well, I guess the squadron has vigilance. Parallax Wave is indeed still a good one. Okay. Yeah, between the Athari and the Minsk, they do have a lot of cards that are bricked by this Caracas. I just need to be able to actually hold it up next turn, huh? Or next game. Take it, go to 4. I can do that. Alright, how much mana do I need? At least 1 for Arwen and the Caracas. We set those aside. We have 4 mana left. It's awkward, huh? It's hard to fit in the staff and the clamp and all that. Yeah, we just don't play the bombardment, I don't think. As much as I want to. Oh shit, what up? Hey, what's the issue? Thinks the sob thinks at 26 months. I guess I should have done this first. Actually, they're at 14. Hold on. What is block and make the spirit token indestructible? Then we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 from activating it. Oh, and you get the bird when you sack it. So it'd be another +3. Oh, it's very close. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the kill here. I think you could squeeze the last damage out by Caracasing the Arwen too, even though it's all the mana in the universe. Because when you sack the creature that the Phoenix has bestowed, then the Phoenix comes into play, so you get that last ping in. But yeah, if we hadn't drawn the voice, then Caracas bouncing the Arwen lets me replay it and activate, get that last point of power that I was talking about. This ending belongs in here. Probably with this Haywire Might, Galaxy Brain. Yeah, nice to fucking see a line ever, My brain feels kind of sluggish. Oh, my food's outside. I'll be right back, friends. I should run an ad while I'm gone. Nice to see Crocus in the opener again. It's pretty fucked up against this opponent. Bricks like all their best cards for free. Speaking of, if I was the opponent, I'd want to be like hucking the fucking keyboard through their screen. Oh man. There's so much meat here. Meat and sweet plantains and veggies. Is Arwen with the splash? I don't have any good cards in my sideboard. Also, she's been good. Like, I'm already splashing green for the Ren. Interesting. Yeah, Arwen's really good with Crocus too, as we've seen a couple times. This would look a lot better if I had some pressure, This Parallax Wave here. I'm wondering if I should hold this light shadow. Maybe I'll do this. We can just crack the canyon. Get my beats on. Oh shit, I'm just gonna play that. I think I'm just not that into plantains. I've had them cooked a whole bunch of different ways. They're never like bad, but I'm never like, this is the shit, you know? This beef this beef is cooked really well though. Oh my god. Yay. Don't love this opener, but I don't think it's a mull either. I got some other ridiculous treats. A little slice of carrot cake. And a sweet empanada. Going back on my diet in a couple days, can you tell? think I'm kicking in right on this weekend here. You could just play the Umezawas here. Kind of like having the green mana squared away. Potato pancakes with a peanut sauce from Ecuador. I mean, that sounds fucking dope. You're excited to try them? Are you in Ecuador? I've heard it's a rough time to be visiting. Like 3 or 4 years ago, some like drug gangs decided that they wanted to go through that territory, and Ecuador went from being like one of the lowest violence countries in South America to shooting up near the top. Des Moines just has a lot of global foods. Nice. You've been using flavorless protein powder for breading. Interesting. I've been using a lot of Vital Wheat gluten and oat husk flour just to cut a lot of just low carb baking alternatives. Yeah, killing the 1-drop doesn't work there because you pump with Umezawas. It's a fast clock though, 8 a turn, they're at 14. Brush these crumblies off. Crumbly wumblies. Very awkward to be playing this one as a land, but I think it makes sense. Get a little damage in. All right, carrot cake. Wow, that smells heavenly. Well, that's a bummer. Yeah, we'll see if they get to exile the Phoenix here too. Seems likely, Yeah, they can exile whatever they want. Glad I used my Umezawa's counters for damage already. And I assume that Ugin wants to gain 3 life. Yeah, I think they just fucking win. That's what I think. Oh, shit. I mean, it's still a game. It might have been my best draw there. Like, Athari there's only 5 damage. They're at 6, so... The plan was to, like, Athari them, or Goldspan maybe there. And then they gain 3 more life, and then you, hopefully can kill them. So many turns letting them, like, draw cards and stuff. Alright. Amazing, the Ziggs. God damn it. These 5-drops have been the worst. Not feeling like a game I get to win, huh? but we've already thought that before. Could rip some cheap threats. Could rip some Mox action, speed the sand up a little bit. Alright, I gotta get this food out of my way. Or I'll just nom it all stream. I'm pretty done anyway. The dinner has been defeated. Hot diggity. Play this thing again. I wonder if they're playing a bunch of counters. Believe in myself? Someone's gotta. Nice little bit of card churn from the opponent there. You believe in the existence of Caleb D? Nice. I hope your faith is rewarded. So this Fairy down, we can't flash in Wandering Emperor on the end of turn. I think we're best off just like casting the Witch Enchanter. Hey, sup, Blue Man? Oh my god, the Blue Man. How you doing? One day at a time? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. 1 foot in front of the other, aim. Someone pointed out that I'm a third of the way through the 365 earlier. Not bad. What's the halfway point anyway? Shouldn't be hard to figure out. It'd be 150 plus like 82. So 232, 233. I fucked it up. That sounds about right. Yeah, 182 is correct. Sure. 122 is the 1/3 point. Oh, cool. Still very close. Got the mid echo. It's annoying. November 25th is the halfway point. Oh man, that feels really close. Yeah, it's very upticked, which let them play sorceries on my turn, which is how they balanced mid-combat. The concert was wicked. A good third of it was Jonathan Young figuring out how to play songs on the spot. Was it over already? Very cool. Small concert, the main one Saturday. Gotcha, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it's Thursday, huh? I'm just gonna pop this. The UT Flashback Echo. Adorable. Hell yeah, connoisseur. Upheaval number 2. Yeah, it does seem like it's headed that way, Hey, we got a win con. I don't really like any of my options. Hey, you rolled him again. Thanks for the sob. Thanks for 102 months there. They didn't exile a WinCon, right? I guess there's the Ugin in there. It's sort of WinCon adjacent. Got it. Oh yeah, if they kept on giving me treasure when the gold span did the thing, that'd be a lot better for me, Oh shit, what up? Hey, Cry Stopper, things on 26 months. Well, that's fucking interesting. Redrew their spell bomb. It's annoying. I wonder if Parallax Wave could bait out a counter. I don't know if they even have counters. The issue with Parallax Wave is a counter bait is then you run into like Mana Leak stuff. Awesome. That was probably the slowest fucking game to eventually get to double bolt you, This Monstrous Rage has been really bad. We just have not really had creatures jumping into each other, smashing in. Oh, this deck's just like not quite fast enough for it, huh? If I was playing the Slick Shot, it'd make a lot more sense. We're gonna bring in Besiege You over, I don't know, some fucking card. Maybe Goldspan. Parallax Wave doesn't look amazing against them, but they do have some tokens, and it's pretty good to have out to preempt Upheaval, because you can like blink out your board, and then the wave gets bounced, they all come back. Maybe Bioslime, but we also like could see our hand, right? I think they were hoping to draw into Upheaval again, and then Upheaval and Recasters win pretty handily. That's what I was worried about. Gonna keep another bad hand here. It's like kind of controlling, right? Just removal spell, no pressure. Nice. Well, we have an ending for that. Oh, during the draft tacos, you think they were hoping that they would find a Hull Breacher and never got one? I could see that for sure. Yeah, getting to exile their Ugin ended up being really strong. Because there's no way we would have been able to bolt them out if that had been still in their deck, right? If I'd killed it to regular damage, they could have redrawn it. It's technically more mana efficient to like run out the Haywire Might here. And then you can sack it plus play Bombardment next turn. I don't really care. They did miss their lane drop there. They could be a pump fake. They might have a balance in hand. Should be kind of a brutal way to even things out. I want to play the bombardment, but I think I want to make sure that I've got yeah. If next turn I don't have the mana for Athari off the top, then I can just bin Eagles and run out Parallax Wave. That could be okay. 6 mana. Fair enough. It's awkward because I want to keep on applying pressure, but I also want to run this Parallax Wave out to have some protection from sweepers. Maybe I should have just done that instead of playing the rabbit here. Yeah, you got it. That's not a bad little turn there. Three mana. What you got? What you got for me? Just untapping. If you wanted to make sure that you got your Jacked Rabbit back on your turn immediately, you could like hold priority and exile all of them with the Parallax Wave. I think I'd rather leave some counters on it. Not bad, huh? Ripping that mana source there. Not bad at all. Even if they spun Urza and hit upheaval, I think it would be in a good spot. That's a good ass spot right there. Would I have sacked my board to kill the Urza if they'd blocked? I would not have. They could have blocked the 2/2 for free. This Athari is worth way more than that Urza right now. We're 1-1. So whoever wins this, or if I win this game, I'll be 2-1. We get to draft again. That's always exciting. Okay. So the issue here is they get to flip their whole deck over between Urza and the Forensic Gadgeteer. So I actually have to exile the Urza with the Gadgeteer on the stack, I think. And then on my turn, they'll get the Infinite, but in an ideal world, they won't be able to do too much on my turn. We can just kill them. There's no way to exile the Gadgeteer with the untap on the stack. Like, they would play it, they would use their Might Stone to try and untap the Monolith. We would, in response, target the Gadgeteer, and they would tap the Sensei's Divining Top of the island to untap the Monolith. Still get their Infinite in. Their Monolith thing, maybe they've got a Ugin on top, and that's going to dick me up real good here. I realize I shouldn't be F6ing with a bombardment in play. Yeah. And then they redraw top. swing bombardment. It'd be funny to hit the parallax wave and get their Urza bank. This is probably smarter though. I'm fine just scooping here. We don't need to make them jam stuff when they're in time trouble. Very low stakes drafts going on. Game 3 on the play. Should probably be bringing in like the slick shot stuff. Hey, that's not a bad opener. Do you jack rabbit first or second? Well, you do it second, you get to go do it larger, right? It's always good to jack the rabbit larger if you can choose. Yeah, I suppose jacked rabbit is a metaphor for edging, huh? The longer you hold out, the bigger the payoff. This board could use a Goblin Bombardment, huh? They should have reprinted it in Edge of Eternities, I agree. Are we echoing? Hell yeah, let's go. So they had balance, but they didn't have a white source for it. A cute play is to Wandering Emperor grow the jacked rabbit with it. I need to grab some water real quick. I'll just be back in a minute. I can clear this old food out of my way too. BRB.